No long intro, just straight up 10 of the WWE's latest and biggest rumours ahead that you need to know. Number 1. WrestleMania 38 venue. We're not even close to 2019's WrestleMania 35, but it seems WWE has already started planning the location of 2022's WrestleMania 38, which looks to be held in Canada. The WWE is using next SummerSlam's pay-per-view held in Toronto, Ontario as its guinea pig, and look at whether it'll be a big enough success to bring its biggest show of the year to the Great White North. This was also one of the reasons behind bringing back Canada's own Trish Stratus on Raw and Evolution. It's possible WWE could be looking to bring back WrestleMania to the Skydome. Now known as the Rogers Centre, WrestleMania could return where it held both WrestleMania 6 and 18. Number 2. Goldberg vs. The Undertaker. WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg had a great run in 2016 and 17, defeating Brock Lesnar in his return match at the Survivor Series and defeating Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship. After his defeat at WrestleMania 34, Goldberg said goodbye to the WWE Universe, but didn't quite rule out a return. On a recent edition of Inside the Ropes Q&A, Goldberg was asked on a potential match against The Undertaker, saying, "I would like to have a match against The Undertaker if it came available and it was right and people wanted it. I'm still capable of doing it." Number 3. Plans for Bray Wyatt. Matt Hardy's recent exit into a backstage role could provide the perfect opportunity to revitalize Bray Wyatt's character, as it seems that plans are apparently in place for a character refresher. This is according to WrestleVotes, who tweeted, "Getting a lot of questions lately on Bray Wyatt. Was told he's in line for a slight refresh. The character should remain intact once he returns to TV, but I'm expecting a renewed push along with his singles babyface run. Pivotal time in his career ahead." Number 4. NXT vs WWE planned? Invasions have never been the WWE strong point. WCW and ECW vs WWE, or the Nexus vs WWE, all sounded amazing, but flopped at the same time. However, that might change when thinking about a proper NXT invasion. NXT currently have some incredible stars on their roster. Just imagine an invasion with Aleister Black heading it and attempting to destroy WWE. Whilst it's not going to happen just yet, there are rumours of plans of it happening in the near future. Joe Pescic on Barnburner's Fired Up podcast mentioned, "WrestleMania is, the biggest show of the year, but there's talk around of it being put in place. It may happen in a year, 2 years, whatever, for really an NXT takeover and sort of invasion between NXT and WWE." Number 5. A possible Hell in a Cell tag team match. The tag team tournament finals between The Bar and The New Day on SmackDown Live was no doubt one of the best tag team matches we've seen so far this year. Many believe, however, The Bar should have won the match and gone on to face the Bludgeon Brothers at SummerSlam for the SmackDown tag team titles. The Bar, however, could get another opportunity at the titles. As Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer Radio recently mentioned, it looks like Sheamus and Cesaro and The New Day is the direction. Number 6. The return of Team Angle. Raw's general manager Kurt Angle was told to take a vacation, putting Constable Baron Corbin in his place temporarily. The reason for his off-screen absence is that Angle is rumoured to be training for a wrestling return. He fueled rumours of a Team Angle return, posting a photo with its original members Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas from 2003. However, Benjamin is currently on the Blue brand and Charlie Haas hasn't been on WWE since 2010. While a return can't be ruled out, it's possible WWE could pair Angle with American Alpha, forming a new Team Angle. Jason Jordan has yet to return from his neck injury, but there have been plans of him returning and reuniting with Chad Gable to reform American Alpha. Number 7. NXT Call-Ups. According to Dave Meltzer, WWE are apparently looking to trademark about 15 new names. Most he believes are ring names of NXT stars including Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. There was also talk of Velveteen Dream moving up to the main roster, but the stunt he pulled at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4, having "Call Me Up Vince" on the back of his tights, might have backfired, as there have been reports of Vince being furious over the stunt and possibly holding him back from a main roster call-up. Hopefully Vince gets over it, as Dream would be incredible on the main roster. Number 8. The Rock returning. The most electrifying man in sports entertainment has been absent from the WWE since appearing at WrestleMania 32. The megastar has been busy in Hollywood, but it's been reported that WWE are close to agreeing a deal that will see The Rock's return. With SmackDown's milestone 1000th episode approaching in October, WWE is likely to bring back a whole host of WWE legends that performed on the Blue brand since 1999. What could be more apt than bringing back The Rock, as it's a show they kind of named after him? Whilst it may be for one night only, WWE hopes to have The Rock return for WrestleMania 35 and headline him against Roman Reigns. Number 9. Roman Reigns' next opponent. Braun Strowman has cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase for a match against Roman Reigns at Hell in a Cell for the Universal Championship. However, rumours are circulating that WWE wants the big dog Roman Reigns to be a long-running champion. Thus, it's almost certain he will retain the belt at the pay-per-view. It's expected that his feud with Braun Strowman will end after the pay-per-view and Reigns will move on to a new challenger, who will effectively receive a massive push. This challenger is set to be the Scotsman Drew McIntyre. And number 10. Kevin Owens will pair with Paul Heyman. Kevin Owens is said to be taking a break from WWE after he kayfabe quit on Raw this week. His return, however, could be interesting, as it's rumoured he will return with Paul Heyman as his new manager. Joe Pescic mentioned on the podcast, "I have heard that Kevin Owens is going to take a little bit of time off, lose some weight I hear, and from what I hear, also he'll be teamed up with Paul Heyman." That's the situation they're going to go, and like I stated yesterday in the No Holds Barred show, that Kevin Owens is going to come back leaner, meaner, and sort of like a Chris Benoit. Wrestling, not talking, leaving the talking to Paul Heyman. Well guys, there you have it, 10 of the latest and biggest rumours in WWE that you need to know. What would you think of the pairing between Kevin Owens and Paul Heyman? Let us know in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.